The CEO.
You could tell, but.
The CEO of T-Bacon.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I have a business school first year reunion this weekend, starting right after this. So I won't be with you guys at the happy hour, but I'm very excited to go see classmates.
Nice.
Yeah, we have LPF coming soon. Okay, so the pitch that I have today is about teletherapy, and this is a particular one because we are pivoting out of this, but we have not decided what the pivot will be. So we killed this one as it is. So it's not a great way to start a pitch, but I still thought that it is. So we had the conversation with Charles, and I found it very insightful. I still thought that it could spark some ideas to move forward from this point on. So I wanted to bring it anyway.
Cool.
So the job is Erin, 35-year-old tech professional, needs a way to see her therapist in a convenient manner because she's working full-time and leading an extremely busy life, and because she will need to see her therapist on a weekly basis for the next 6 months. So we are talking about psychotherapy, so it's not physical therapy, no touch going on, and this is a planned visit that will be going on at least for 6 months, and this is a regular treatment for Erin herself. Okay, that's a need statement. And so that's Erin. And then there's Kate. She's a 45-year-old marriage and family therapist, and she needs a way to attract more clients because currently her schedule has room for more patients, but she does not have time nor the skills to market herself. Okay, so Kate, she's a great therapist, marriage and family therapist. Great gentle soul, but she doesn't have marketing skills, doesn't have technical skills. So we assess the importance of the jobs or needs, and the job frequency is basically frequent, and it is a particularly important job in that Erin is willing to pay this out of her pocket, right? This is important enough for her to pursue. The solution that we came up with in order to address those needs is a web and mobile platform with video capabilities, which shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody at this point. Erin, because we've been pivoting around this. Erin comes to teletherapy, which is our website, logs into her account, and via the web or the mobile platform, that could be that iPad, she schedules appointments, she communicates via messaging with her therapist, she holds video sessions with her therapist, so she's able to have one-on-one sessions. Anything that she needs to do happens on the webpage. She doesn't have to drive, she doesn't have to park. The related solutions and use cases that we came up with are online support groups for people who are going through difficult diseases, chronic diseases such as cancer or HIV. I don't know if HIV is classified as chronic, but let's say lifetime diseases. And same support group infrastructure could apply to the families of those patients. So one thing that we realized while we're doing our research is, yes, there's this person who's going through extremely difficult time, right? There's this particular disease, whatever that is, and she needs support. But then the families need support too. The families are very impacted, and that's when we came across a lot of support groups for families too. And how can we facilitate those groups? So before going into the business model, I just want to give you a couple of market numbers that we found out that I find particularly interesting. That's why I'm asking your opinion on the pivot. It's this. So there are 220,000 therapists in the US in 2008, and that includes mental health. It depends on how you're classifying them, but it includes mental health, substance abuse, and marriage and family. They're expected to grow to 230% in 2014. Okay, so the number that I gave was old, but in 2014 it's expected to grow.
Sorry, you said percent or to 230,000?
230,000, so did I say percent?
Yeah, no.
And then the assumption is that when I calculated my numbers, my assumption was only 10% of those therapists, let's say the younger ones, are interested in having a mobile or an online platform. And then another assumption based on our interviews was that they work 30 hours per week, and they could go up to 40 hours per week because there's a lot of overhead of having a patient. So it's not just talking to the patient, but they take notes on the patient, they have to type them up, etc. Anyway, so if we ended up with these, and the price of the session is $100, and we did not add a premium because it's more convenient, but we did not take it away either because we think that we could maintain the quality. So I kept that, and we ended up with a market size of 828 million. And obviously, that is if we have all of them, right? We will have a percentage of that. But I still think that it is a large market. Another thing not to miss, and I'm looking for my trend numbers. Yes, here it is. Another thing not to miss is psychotherapy is growing. It looks like mental health, the number of mental health professionals is growing by 24%, substance abuse therapists 21%, marriage and family therapists 14%. Those are considerable growth numbers, and to me they're indicators of the demand, although the website that I got this from were not necessarily linking those two together. So it's the number of suppliers increasing basically. So we established the risks. The execution risks are low. If there are many fragmented and small suppliers, obviously getting them on board is difficult, but it's not necessarily undoable. However, the barriers to entry is extremely low, and we know that many companies got into this space and they died basically in this space. Dror introduced me to Farzad, who is supposed to be familiar with this space, and he's unfortunately traveling, so I'll be talking to this person. And the final decision that I made on this particular write-up is that it's a no-go. We're not moving forward with this. Because again, there are too many dead companies and we don't necessarily understand what happened. However, the market numbers are strong. So I still believe that there's something. Maybe it's just a support group thing, but we don't know exactly what yet. Yeah, so I guess that's about it. I'll stop here to get your feedback.
Thank you, Guri.
Yeah.
Yay.